So welcome to this week's Deanos Adventures, and this week we're going to do something completely different to what we used to. There's a new app that keeps coming up on my YouTube at the moment, and it's called Randonautica. Now, with quantum physics and things like this, and rhythms and all sorts of weird things that I don't know about, this thing finds a location, you think of an idea, a thought in your head, and when you get to your location, you're going to find something that links to it. I've watched videos on YouTube and it's very bizarre. I can't find anybody that can explain it. So we've decided that we're going to go out and have a go. So we've downloaded the app. I'm here with Toby sitting in the car, and we're just about to go through the process now of kind of putting it in. Well, we decided that when you think of an idea of something that you're going to go to, where it's going to manifest, we've come up with the idea of just something straightforward to start with. We're just going to go with old house, really old house. Now, the type of place we live in, there's probably quite a few locations like that around here. So let's see what it takes us to, and let's set up this app. So what we got there, Tobe? Turn it on. Yeah, turn the app on.
What do you want? Anomaly, attractor, or void?
Let's go with void or attractor. You pick. What did you go for?
Attractor.
So we're going for attractor.
How many points?
How many points? I think that means how strong it is. Does that mean, or does that mean how many locations are we going to go to?
I thought it meant locations.
I think locations. Let's go with 3.
It's 1, 2, or 5.
1, 2, or 5. Let's go with 2.
I have no idea what that means.
I can't even see it from here. I don't think it really makes too much difference. ANU, I think, is what it said if you don't know what you need to do. I've seen videos. I think that's what they did. Is it finding location?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's finding location. Have we got to think of it, or have we got to...
No, it's found location.
It's found a location. Doesn't look to be the type of place where we're finding an old house.
Somewhere behind Tesco.
When were we supposed to manifest that we were...
Well, I was manifesting.
Was you?
Yeah.
Didn't tell me to. Right, okay. Right. Right, we're going to move on. We're going to set it and we're going to move on to this destination, and let's see what happens. This is our first... Randonautica adventure. Let's go. So we've just arrived at our first location, and it's basically just 2 minutes up the road from where I live, and it brought us up onto an industrial estate. Now that's why I said back in the car, I don't think this is going to have the type of thing that we said we were looking for. Old building. So, and we're at a garage, and the pen is right on the front of this building, but as you can see, there is nothing there. Huh. He says there's nothing there. Now, from what I understand, anybody who's going around looking for stuff, there's often an owl around at that location, and I said there was nothing here, but there's an owl, which is the Randonautica sign. If you can just see it, it's that security wise thing. So, how bizarre. I didn't think anything was here, so it's that's quite mad. I don't know what to say, because I've been watching people's videos on YouTube, and there's owls and stuff painted on the walls and all sorts of things, but people don't recognise it. Not everyone's looking for an owl, but one of the signs of the app is the owl, and it's there. So right, okay, we're going to get back in the car. I'll just explain this to Toby so he knows what's just happened, and I think we'll find another location and see what happens. So just explain that to Toby, and he's just like, are we looking for owls now? But I've watched the videos. I've seen them appear in other people's videos. So anybody that knows anything about this app will know what I'm on about. So there's an owl there, for God's sake. Right, we're going to move on to the next location. Toby's just shut down the app, and so we haven't got the second location to go to. So we're just about to go through the process again. So we're loading up the app.
It's finding a location. It's not found one yet.
And when are we supposed to be manifesting?
I'm manifesting.
What are you manifesting? He's going off on a mad one himself, you know what I mean? What's he doing? What did you think of?
Same again, old building.
Old building,
We
right,
had
okay.
two before and I closed it by mistake.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Another one.
Right. And you... His old building brought us to a garage last time, so, right.
We're in a field again.
We're in a field again.
This one's got a road though.
Okay, we're a bit closer to a road. We tried to do one to start with, but it was in a field that was miles away from anywhere.
4 minutes.
4 minutes away. It's in a field. Let's get going. I'll meet you at the next destination. Okay, we've arrived at the destination now. I'm a little bit familiar with the roundabout these parts. I said, yet again, we're just about 2 minutes up the road. And now, the words that we were using was old building, or the words that Toby was thinking of was old building. Now, there's a very old building on the left-hand side that I used to work at many years ago, called Albright Hussey. It was actually the first job I worked at when I left school. But the location's not there. The location is the other side of this field. Now, as I point across to the end of the field, now I know this camera's not the best, but just over there is a church. And what did I say it was called? Battlefield Church it's called. Been there enough times. So we're going to walk around the corner of this field now. We're going to and see what we come up with. So let's get going. So heading across the field, Tobe's decided I ain't coming. I ain't jumping over no fence and going in no field. It's all right. There's nothing here. So we're walking around the end of the field. Tobe sent me a picture of the location because he ain't coming. And it's about halfway over there somewhere. But saying that, it looks like that very old building has got a very good view of it from that point, because even when I drove up to the front of it, you couldn't see it because of all the trees and all the bushes. So, old house, very old house, very beautiful old house. It's actually a hotel, has been a hotel for years. As I said, I used to work there. So, well, I said it wasn't that, but this is the location point that we've just arrived at. Let me just check it on my phone. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. One very old house. So that's bizarre. That is bizarre. It works, doesn't it? How can you say it doesn't work? Right. So Toby's all the way over there in the corner, and let's put in a new destination. I want to see what it does next. This is loads of fun. This is loads of fun. Let's see where we go. Okay, back in the car. So I suppose first two locations have been spot on. First of all, we got the owl, then we got the old house. We did ask for the old house at the beginning, but you don't always get what you want, I suppose. And I said that I'm really quite chuffed that the owl turned up, because I've been watching so many videos and owls turn up randomly, so that's really good. So the next destination is a couple of minutes away, back down in the direction that we've just come to. Basically the other side of the fields that we're on now. So yet again, it doesn't look like it. Tobe used old buildings again, so we'll see what we can find. But yet again, it's not in the type of place where there's an old building round, so let's go and see what we can find. Okay, we've arrived at destination number 3. We're at Battlefield Heritage Park, which, funny enough, to anybody that's local will know what this is also used for, but we won't tell you people at home. You don't need to know. Right, okay, it's telling us to go and stand in the middle of this field over here, and do we have to jump the fence? No, we don't. So, old building again. Up there or up here? So we were over there just before. That's where we were before, somewhere behind those hedges over there. That's where the Albright hussy was that we've just come from. We've just come from when we come from the industrial estate, that was right behind us, just over there. So we haven't been too far. Where are we going? Right, we're going to go and stand in the middle of the field. We're going to look well weird now. It's like, why are they going off the path? Are we getting close? It's changed its mind. You think you stood on it? Right, okay. So if you're standing there, old building, straight in front of us, 12 o'clock is the church. And it's there though, isn't it? You can't see anything else, can you? There's nothing else around, is there? You know? So how can you not say that that's not an old building? There's nothing else in sight. All there is fields and people walking their dogs.
An old man.
An old man, but we weren't looking for an old man. Well,
halfway there.
Right, okay. I think we'll change the topic. We'll move off old houses for the next one, and we'll go back to the car. We'll bang our heads together and see what we can think of that ain't going to do anything too stupid. And we'll let you know what we come up with in a minute. So at the moment, okay, one man down there with his dog. Well, he's not with his dog because his dog's halfway up the bloody field. Right, okay, so give him a shout with a sheepdog whistle type thing. Right, okay, so I can say really at the moment that's 3 out of 3. That's not bad, is it? Right, next one. Right, see you at the car. So we've just gone through the process. We've set mission number 4, and we changed it a little bit, and we still kept with old, but we thought we'd go with old vehicle rather than old building, and it's come up with an old car, a car dealer's.
Used cars.
It's come up with a used car dealer, so we're going to go and have a look. It's only 2 minutes down the road. Like we've said, old vehicle, so let's go and see. I don't know whether it can hear what we say, that we've got to basically do sign language to each other so this thing can't hear, but that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Let's go and have a look and see what we find. So we're at destination number 4, which in all fairness we could have walked. It's like 30 seconds away. It took us longer to turn around on the road and get back to where we were supposed to. Right, okay, it took us to a garage. We did say old vehicles, but it's not really an old vehicle type of garage, but we're going to go and have a look. It's just here on the side. We just pulled back up. Now on the picture it shows it's just past, there's like 2 yards here I think, and it's just into the car yard a little bit. So they're just the other side of this fence. So we'll just walk on down a little bit. So just the other side of this fence is where it's saying we need to be. Okay, there's the 1 yard, there's the 2nd yard, so we are roughly now standing somewhere about where we said it was going to be. Old vehicle I'm not too sure about, but definitely new vehicle. Vehicle, is that right? Is that fair? It's kind of halfway there, isn't it? We'll just have a quick wander round. Let's have a look at some cars that I'll never be able to afford anyway. But then again, I suppose they're not new cars. They're not old cars, are they? But I suppose, you know what I mean? They're not vintage, but they are kind of used cars. So I suppose, I don't know. It's right though, isn't it? It doesn't have to be vintage. We said old, so I suppose. I don't know. I think it's got it spot on, in all fairness. Yeah, I think it's got it. So, might try and squeeze one more in and just see where we go on the last one. Because this one, they've all been really close. I've been pleasantly surprised of how close they've all been. I thought, well, it's going to take me into the town centre and it's going to be a nightmare, but no, because like the town centre's really old and it's around loads of Tudor buildings and stuff like that. I expected to be in there, but then again, I'm not asking for spooky stuff. We'll do that on another vlog. But so if you're watching this and you have a experience with this app, and keywords is kind of, if you've got ideas of things that we should go looking for. I don't particularly want to go looking for dead bodies, not yet. We'll do it, we'll go looking for haunted things, but don't be silly. Let's find some exciting things. Let's do some random things. I don't want to scare the living daylights out of myself just yet and kind of have to delete the app, which I've seen some people do. So let's have fun, let's enjoy it. Right, let's get back to the car, find the next destination, and I think we'll call it a wrap then. So we went back to the car, we sat there, it's like, right, what are we going to think of? We're going to do something different, right? Okay, in fact, we're not going to say it. Well, we turn the app off. Whether it can hear you, I don't know. So it's just like, right, turn the app off. We spoke about what we're going to find. We discussed, right, water. We're going to find water. So we're not allowed to say it, well, before to the app like type thing. So we searched, it's found a location. It's basically literally minutes away from where we're parked, so we're not even going to drive there this time. We're back at the garage where we've just left. Everything's been really quite close that we've been to. Could have walked it all really, but so water's what we're looking for yet again. Don't really see from a quick look at the map of where the water is, or see, now if it had brought us to this garage, which it didn't, it brought us to the garage over there. Now these are brand new cars, so I would have been like, nah. But the one that it did send us to was used cars, so they're old cars, aren't they? So I don't know. Good fun. Make sure we don't get run over. Where's it taking us?
Over there.
Somewhere over there. Doesn't look to be the type of place where we got water. It's going to put us on the top of a manhole cover, isn't it?
It's on the top of that drain. Maybe it's the right drain.
What, this one here?
Oh, that one there. Well, you're close to that one now, actually.
Let's keep going then.
he was there.
There. So is this the spot?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. There's me water. It's not a block drain. And that's a what? Yeah, plumbing, water, shower. Well then, folks, that's 5 missions and 5 answers that all really got a big tick. So first of all, we did old vehicles, old buildings. But the first one, we found an owl, which is obviously related to the app. Secondly, we went up to Albright Hussey, which was the old building. Then we come back round the other side and we've done Battlefield Church, old building. Then where do we go? Is it here? We've done 4?
Cars.
Yeah, well then we did the cars, that's what I'm missing. I've only just done it. Then we did old vehicles, used cars, and then we asked for water and we got taken to a drain which had water in, which had a plumbing centre across the road. I don't know. There you go. It's been a wicked little adventure. Try the app. If you think good thoughts, you'll have fun. If you kind of think darker thoughts, then be a little bit prepared for what's to come, because the videos say some weird stuff can go on, so be a little bit careful. So back in the car, we finished off, and to be honest, Randonautica, you know what, it was nothing spooky, but everything seemed to fall into place. What do you make of it? What do you think? Do you think it's complete randomness? Do you think it's I think it's a bit bizarre that everything seems to have been in the right spot. Got nothing to say?
I'd give it a 1 out. It got 1 out of 5. Well,
it got 1
well,
out.
It got the house.
Yeah, it got the church. It got the old cars. They're old cars. You got water at the drain. That's, well, we had 5 out of 5, I think. He obviously doesn't agree. I think we got 5. You think what? We got 1.
I'll go with 1.
1. So what was the water in the drain?
How many drains are there?
Well, yeah, but the location it gave us was there, wasn't it? Was there not water there? You told me that drain was the location it had water in, so that had to be it, didn't it?
2.
2. The old cars, the used cars. Let's get to that one. They're not brand new cars, they're old cars, so...
Okay, get 3 out of 5.
That's 3. Right, which ones haven't we done? We did the old house, you agreed with that. The church. The church was an old building. It was the only thing that we could see in that field. Nothing else except for blooming for bushes and grass and an old church. That's all 5. So that pretty much wraps it up here for another Deanos Adventures. I want to do more of this. I'm going to just grab a friend tomorrow, stick them in the car, and we're going to go off and have another go at it. Please like, subscribe, share, and that lot. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do plenty more because this is loads of fun. So until our next adventure, everyone, take care. See you later. Bye-bye-bye.